But what we don't talk about is, Canelo. Steroids. Y'all don't talk about that. Oh man, the kid was a cakewalk.
You know, ain't nothing wrong. Canelo always has had a problem with boxers. He always struggles when he fights a boxer. Anybody knows that if you can box and take a punch, you'll give him a hard time. Blood is not one of these guys that's going to quit.
Crawford soundly defeating Canelo Alvarez. We thought that maybe he could have won by even a further margin on the scorecards. He gets it done unanimously. Teddy, can you put into words what we just saw from Terence Crawford?
Well, the only thing I wonder is if Crawford was born and made in a laboratory.
Floyd Mayweather mocked Canelo Alvarez after his loss to Terence Crawford. He said Canelo is not the same fighter anymore and claimed people always gave him more credit than he deserved. Mayweather also said he trusted Crawford from the beginning and showed it by placing a big bet on him. His decision paid off as he made a huge profit in X account, even posted the betting slip, saying Floyd Mayweather made big money after putting $50K on Terence Crawford to beat Canelo after losing to Terence. Canelo Alvarez still stayed calm and confident. He admitted Crawford is a great fighter and deserved the win, but made it clear he is not finished. Even after the loss, he said he feels strong and ready for the future. He also showed interest in a rematch with Crawford, proving his fighting spirit is still alive. This shows his mindset as a true competitor who never backs down from challenge, especially when his pride and legacy are at stake.
I can say to him, I think.
Ryan Garcia reacted to Terence Crawford's dominant win and praised him in a big way. He tweeted that he truly believes Crawford could be the greatest fighter ever. Garcia said what Crawford showed in the ring proves his amazing skill and strong mindset for him. This one puts Crawford among legends, and he admitted that such greatness is very rare in boxing history. Veteran trainer and analyst Teddy Atlas explained the fight by comparing it to Canelo Alvarez's earlier loss to Floyd Mayweather. He said, Canelo has always had problems against fighters who are faster and more sharp, and added that his footwork and hand speed are still weaknesses. According to Atlas, these same issues were exposed again by Terence Crawford, who even after a year away, came fully ready and focused. Crawford timing and movement took away Canelo power, just like Mayweather did before. Atlas made it clear this result shows Canelo struggles against top-level technical fighters, while Crawford win adds another strong chapter to his growing legacy.
From the beginning, that if you go back, and I know it was a lot of years ago, I get it, but you have to have something to point at. If you go back to when he lost his first fight, of course, Canelo I'm talking about, to Mayweather, it wasn't just that his hands were too slow, his feet were too slow. And he's in there with a guy with quick feet and quicker hands. You know what? It doesn't matter how big he is. What did Ali say? Your hands cannot hit what your eyes cannot see. That was tonight. It was great.
Let's put some context on this.
It was great.
Let's put some context on this victory first. A year out of the ring. I think it was like 13 some odd months out of the ring, okay?
Yeah, really.
Yeah. 2 weight classes. Think about that.
Yep.
He had surgery early at the beginning of the year. Surgery on the shoulder surgery, right? Not sure which one. And to come in here and to put on that type of performance against Canelo that actually is coming off a performance, right? You expected Canelo to be sharp. He was sharp. However, what Crawford did was he took the air out of the ball.
Yep.
He used this. That's what boxing's about, people. It's about this. Strategy. That's what he had. He used his feet. He understood Canelo every single movement. That's why Canelo couldn't land any shots on him. He knew it was coming. He knew that the looping right hand was going to come from the southpaw position. So what did he do? Hold the phone. He knew that the hook to the body was going to come. What did he do? Block, and he shot him with counters.
One of his great assets that we don't hear about enough. One of those things that are not so easily as immeasurable on paper, but it's eyes, vision.
Focus.
We know the physical ones we talk about and we understand so easily. Speed, power, quickness, legs, all that stuff. But eyes, the radar. This guy's got infrared.
Ariel Helwani quickly shared the official result on social media, confirming what many viewers already believed. He posted that Terence Crawford defeated Canelo Alvarez by unanimous decision with scores of 116 trillion, 112 billion, 115 million, 113,000, 115, 113. This decision showed that the judges saw Crawford as the clear winner. Round by round, even though the scores were close, it still proved that Crawford had better control Throughout the fight, Helwani updates spread fast and confirmed that history was made as Crawford beat one of boxing's most famous champions. The final scores made it clear this was not just a win, but a smart and disciplined performance that placed Crawford among the top fighters. Teofimo Lopez, who is known for his own confidence in the ring, also praised Crawford's achievement. He said the fight featured two of the best fighters and believed the right man won by saying Crawford now belongs in the top 10 greatest fighters of all time. Lopez showed how big this win really is for him. Crawford's style, calmness, and execution made him stand out not just as the winner, but as a fighter building his legacy. Praise from an active champion like Lopez further proves how important this victory is in the boxing world.
In terms of his prime, how can you gauge it?
Doesn't matter. We saw a great fight tonight, did we not? That's all that matters. Two guys risked it, and the better man won tonight. That was Crawford.
Terence got it right. Is there no need for a rematch, or do you want to see running back? Because it was pretty good, like you said.
No, it was pretty, it was really good, actually. So it's up to the jam. He's a jam. He can do whatever he wants.
What do you think happens with Canelo next after this?
What happens to Canelo after this? It don't matter. He's made a big statement for not only Mexico or the pride of Mexico, but for all Latinos right there. So he's done a great job for himself, man. Nevertheless, Crawford is on his way, continuing to create greatness.
Mentally.
What's up? I know boxing. I just know stylistically. I've been in the gym with, I've shared the ring with Canelo, and then I see that. So
they were saying that if he beats Canelo, it could put him as even the greatest of all time. What does that put him in the all-time list, man?
At least top 10.
At least
top 10 or top 15, easily, you know? There's guys that we may not know of or heard of, like Henry Armstrong. Simultaneously, he was 3 divisions carrying all 3 weight divisions at the same time.
Which performance was better? I don't like to compare them, but Crawford or Mayweather's over Canelo. Like it's just different.
It's just different styles, different looks, you know?
At the post-fight press conference, Canelo Alvarez was asked about what it was like facing both Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford. His answer quickly caught attention. When he compared the two fighters, Canelo clearly said that Crawford impressed him more, especially in the later rounds where control and sharpness are most important. He made his opinion clear by saying he believes Crawford is much better than Floyd Mayweather. This strong statement not only praised Crawford's performance, but also started debate among fans about how these two great fighters compare in boxing history.
Was going to create history. I told you guys this before he fought Sean Porter. I said that Terence Bud Crawford can beat first ballot Hall of Famer and superstar and legend Canelo Alvarez. I've been saying this for years, that Terence Crawford can beat Canelo Alvarez. And tonight, he did just that. He did just that. Not only did he beat Canelo Alvarez tonight, but he arguably retired Canelo Alvarez, who after the fight, Canelo Alvarez stated that he's done everything that he needed to do in the sport of boxing. When asked, do he want a rematch with Terence Bud Crawford, Canelo Alvarez said, it's no need. He gave no indications of a rematch. And Canelo Alvarez stated that he's a Hall of Famer, he's a winner, just being there made him a winner, right? And he stated that he's done everything he needed to do in the sport of boxing. That's what he said. Canelo Alvarez got schooled once again. I told you guys, styles make fights. This style, this particular style of boxers and counterpunchers and movers has historically given Canelo Alvarez problems. And as I told you guys, right? Terence Crawford can fight any which way he chooses to fight. He's just that much more versatile. And everybody didn't believe me. They said I was tripping. Canelo was too big. He gonna knock out Terence Crawford, right? He too big, too strong. Terence Crawford get hit. Terence Crawford don't box, don't move. And I told you guys, when Terence Crawford wants to move and wants to box, right? He can. And he would, right? And guess what? Terence Crawford, I told you guys, when he fought the likes of Victor Postol, right? Y'all said that, oh, he don't move that much. I said, did you look at his fight with Victor Postol? Did you look at his fight with Jose Benavidez? Yeah, well, those guys ain't Canelo Alvarez. And I told you guys, it doesn't matter if they're Canelo Alvarez. It's about Terence Crawford's ability to be able to maneuver around and box in every which manner he so chooses. If he wants to incorporate that style that he boxes and moves, he could. And what did he do tonight? I said Terence Crawford could fight at every level. Didn't I tell you guys that? I said Terence Crawford can fight in mid-range. He can fight on the outside. He can fight on the inside. Canelo Alvarez cannot. Y'all asked me, why aren't you talking about what Canelo Alvarez could do great? And I told you, because we know what Canelo Alvarez is going to do. He's going to fight. He's consistent in who he is and how he fights. Period. I told you guys.
Boxing legend Andre Ward quickly gave his view on Crawford's performance. He called it a historic win and said it was a generational fight that fans will remember for many years. Ward explained that fights like this shape careers and separate great fighters from true legends. He was impressed by how Crawford broke down Canelo while staying calm and focused in every round. Ward, who always respects ring intelligence and control, described the win as a GOAT moment. He also pushed Crawford into the talk of the greatest fighters ever, showing how big this moment really was in the ring.
Terence Crawford create greatness and beat Canelo Alvarez tonight. What was your thoughts on that performance from Terence?
Terence Crawford is a great performance, man. He's been doing this throughout the course of his career. The stakes were a lot different in this fight, a lot more danger. He had to fight that kind of fight in order to beat Canelo Alvarez tonight, and he did that at 37, but getting ready to be 38 years old. And he proved, like Max said, that he is the GOAT of this generation. Hats off to Canelo for taking the fight. He didn't have to take it. Hats off to Turkey Al-Sheikh for putting it together. Just a great, great night for boxing.
Yeah. How special a fighter is someone like Terence Crawford? There was no signs of a size disadvantage there. How special?
You can see it in spots, but it wasn't significant. And I didn't think it was going to be significant. And people call me crazy, but I've been around Terence. He's strong. He's got a wrestling background, and people don't realize that he's been boiling himself down all these years and still being successful, not having to do that. His condition seemed impeccable, and his strength was there, the power was there enough to get respect from Canelo. So what more can I say?
What would you like to see him do next? Do you think there's another fight after this?
I'd like to see him be done. What are we boxing for at this point? What else is there to do? There's always going to be a YouTuber or a reporter or somebody conjuring up another challenge. We box to get ourselves in a better financial position, to build a name and a legacy. Those boxes are checked. What else are we doing?
Rising star Keyshawn Davis, who sees Crawford as both a mentor and inspiration, reacted with excitement and pride. He called Crawford one of the greatest, which is not something young fighters say unless the performance truly proves it. Davis admired how Crawford followed his plan perfectly and never allowed Canelo to settle into his rhythm. For him, this fight was not just about winning, but about showing that true greatness comes from skill, intelligence, and hard work. His reaction showed how much this victory means to the new generation of fighters who want to follow the path Crawford has created.
What's up, bro? Yes, sir.
What do you think made the difference?
Speed, really.
Yeah.
I think it was the main factor. Canelo didn't really keep up with him. He was too fast. His feet, footwork was too good.
Do you think the scores was right on, or do you think maybe it was a little more towards Bud?
The scorecards?
115, 113, 116, 112.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah?
I feel like Bud damn near basically won every round, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about right. Say that.
Now, with this accomplishment, Keyshawn, is he on the Mount Rushmore of
Hell
boxers?
Yeah. Yes. Fuck yeah.
Yeah?
3-time undisputed. He just beat Canelo.
Yeah.
The face of boxing. So now you can say Bud is the face of boxing.
Greatest of all time, or?
Greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it can never be one great, but he definitely one of the greatest of all time for sure.
Former heavyweight champion Lennox Lewis gave a very honest view of the fight. He questioned how any judge could give 5 rounds to Canelo, saying Crawford was clearly the better fighter. The whole time Lewis explained that Canelo has always struggled against opponents who move well, and Crawford's speed and movement made the difference again. He said he expected more action, but still respected the high-level skill shown in the ring, his opinion pointed out. The weaknesses in Canelo's style and showed how Crawford's smart approach was able to shut down the Mexican champion attack.
Great fight. I was hoping that there was more action coming from Canelo. You know, I'm used to Canelo fighting that way all the time. He tried his best. He always has trouble against movers. I was really expecting them to be more punches, more movement by Canelo. What can you say?
This reminds me of the point that Jai Apatai made yesterday, and you picked up on it. He said he's coming in with all his belts. Terence looks like he's still hungry, and Canelo looks like he's whining and dining in his success. Do you think that might be the difference tonight?
Yeah, a little bit. I think it was a little bit of difference. The cat has got really fat, so he tried his best. I've seen Canelo box about many times, and I thought that this time he just boxed like he always boxes. And then I felt he couldn't really do nothing against Terence Crawford because Terence Crawford was too quick, too elusive. Anybody would find trouble with him, but Canelo couldn't find him.
Scorecards were 2 red, 115, 113. Were they right with the cards?
It was for Canelo to win a round. I say he won about 3 rounds in that fight. I was actually amazed at the way how Terence Crawford moved and never got hit and threw combinations, because that's what you're supposed to do, throw combinations. So he threw combinations. He wasn't trying to knock out Canelo, but he definitely was.
Roy Jones Jr., one of the most talented fighters in boxing history, was shocked by what he saw. He praised Crawford win as a beautiful performance that showed skill, patience, and smart strategy. Jones explained that Canelo has always had problems with fighters who use speed and movement, and Crawford exposed that weakness again for him. This was not just a win, but a complete breakdown of Canelo's usual style, leaving him with no answers. His words support the idea that Crawford's performance was not only dominant, but also technically sharp, making it clear who the better fighter was that night.
Exactly what I expected. All I want to see was Steve take the punch.
Did you expect him to trade with Canelo like that on the inside?
We spoke on the airplane going to Dubai.
Yeah.
The only thing I told him was that you could not give Canelo the center of the ring. And earlier you gave it to him, but then he started outboxing and outsmarting with it, and he started taking it back at the right time. So he studied his film very well. He knew when to fight, when to move left, and when to move right. Very smart fight. He completely frustrated Canelo.
Did you score it, Roy?
Huh?
Did you score it?
No, I didn't score it. But I think probably something like 8-4.
8-4?
Yep.
What do you think should happen next, Roy?
I have no clue.
Crawford put himself amongst the all-time greats like yourself with that.
Yes, he did.
5-weight world champion,
Yes.
3-weight undisputed champion.
Yes.
Where are you putting him in the all-time list?
Hard to beat.
That's all for today's video. Stay tuned for the next one.